Good evening, friends of the pod. Welcome. We are coming to you live from Harmon Geist Memorial Field, high above the field tonight due to the almost rain. Was rain. Now it's not raining, but it's supposed to be raining. And Coach Kelly Kay and myself came to a decision to bring it on in. This way, if it decides to snow in the next 3 weeks, we'll be good to go.
That's right.
Quickly, we want to thank our sponsors again, as always. We'll get a little more deeper in with them as the night goes on and we get to our halftime. RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House. They are our season sponsors. Again, big thank yous to them for coming on board for the whole season. Our game week sponsor this week, again, and a big thank you. And we'll speak on all this a lot later, or a lot more later, to the Anthracite Post. Of course, our players of the game, defense and offensive this week, Barb Bush Auto and Repair, BLB Auto Sales, and of course, our on the bench sponsor. Our guests will be arriving shortly. Big thanks to Farrow's Funeral Services Incorporated. Crestwood game this past week, kind of a downside again for our Cougars. The effort, the teamwork, leadership, which is a big thing with this group that I've gotten to learn about and see with my own eyes in the past 10, 11 weeks. Again, a late surge, just a little bit too late, but everything is there and it's clicking. It just needs to click a little earlier. It's going to come to be. We still have 3 weeks left, possibly the playoffs as well. And, it's been known in sports when the playoffs happen, a lot of different things start to happen as well. And things that have been there sort of all come together. But as far as Crestwood, again, it's another move on situation. We're already at Tuesday. A little postponement for us due to some other activities going on here at the stadium last evening. But here we are now as we head in out of week 7 and into week 8. As always, the man who will tell us and lead us to where we're headed. First, must talk about the Crestwood game from Friday. My good friend, compadre, Papa Cougar, the man at the helm, Coach Scott Thacker.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you. So definitely this week was a disappointing week for us. We felt really good going into the game. Our confidence was pretty high. We thought we had the best week of practice that I thought we had all year was this week leading into the game. And the game went sideways quickly. They go down, they score the ball. We're resilient. We're driving right down the field. And, we had some mishaps happen. And then we have to punt the ball away. They get it again. We thought we had a fumble, which we clearly thought was a fumble. The refs didn't see it that way. Took that one away from us. That really could have changed the game.
Absolutely.
Right there.
And we had said that on air as well.
Yeah. That was an early, miss on their part at that point. But I say to our guys every week, we cannot let the referees decide the game for us. You have to play the game. And we didn't step up. We didn't stop them. They went down and scored again. Still didn't even phase us. We've been down before. We know how to come back. We then get the ball, don't get anything. We get a punt blocked. Next play, they score a touchdown. Ensuing kickoff, we get a penalty, get backed up a little bit more. Next play, we fumble the ball. They get on the ball. Next play, score a touchdown. Next play, surprise onside kick, catch us off guard. They get the ball back again, score again. Before you blink your eyes, it's 35-0.
Yeah, and Coach, and we talked about that at the end of the night.
And honestly, that's in high school.
Worst thing.
That's in high school football. That's in college football. That's in the pros.
It's everywhere.
When a game goes sideways like that, and it goes sideways quickly, and kind of hats off to Crestwood, and their coaching staff. I mean, a lot of our guys couldn't believe they called an onside kick, and I said I do not blame them. for doing that.
No, they pulled everything out of the bag, you know,
pulled it
to keep
smart.
the foot on the brake, or foot off of the brake and on the gas.
Smart on their coach's part to call that, because that enacted the mercy rule, which for our viewers that don't know what the mercy rule is, if a team is up by 35 points, it determines that the clock starts running. There is no stoppage of the clock. Crestwood knew that we had athletes. Crestwood knew that we could score the ball fast. So we came out in the second half, and we had plays right before halftime. We almost punched one in right before half, and, you know, didn't bounce our way. And then we come out in the second half, drive right down the field. We score. They jump off sides. We go for two. We get it. We stop them on defense. We get the ball again. We score again. You blink your eyes, and we put 15 points on the board.
It was quick.
The problem was, for as quick as it was already into the fourth quarter,
right? Because
of that running clock. And then that was it. They then got the ball. They caught us sleeping a little bit, thinking that they were just going to try to run the clock. They ended up hitting a big pass on us, and that really broke our spirit. And then they punched another one in.
Right.
That's how the game ended. It was 42-15. There's positives to take from a game like this. We learned a lot. A lot of our players learned a lot of stuff, and they learned, you know, different things, whether it was on the punt block, whether it was on the surprise onside kick. You know, our guys learned some stuff of what you could do, and that's the point of this game. It's learning experiences and doing that. But we really thought that we were meshing. We really thought that, you know, ready to turn the season around, and now we're ready. We got to go. The good thing is you got another week, and now we're going, and it's, you know, we got a Pittston team that really this Pittston team that we're going against was the Cougars of this year. They were 2-9 last year.
Right.
Now this year, they're the darling of the league. They're beating everybody. So we're going up there, and they just played Crestwood the week before,
right,
and they blew Crestwood out.
I believe it was 54-9.
Something. It was
8.
It was
a big score.
And now they're looking at Crestwood just beat us handily. They see us coming in, and we're hoping that they're looking past us, and hopefully that we could get, because when we play, I said this from preseason, I still believe in a week 8, we could play with anybody. We could compete with anybody, but we just need to put everything together. And if we play as a team, eliminate the dumb penalties that we're making. I mean, our guys got ripped on Monday when we came into film. The penalties need to stop. The things that hurt this team and put us behind the chains and give them extra yardage, you know, that kind of stuff. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot when we can't get plays going and just give them extra yards on penalties. So that needs to stop moving forward. So, you know, that's the thing. We're trying to change the identity of this team and what the Cougars have been. And, you know, it starts now. It's got to start now.
And Coach, you mentioned about the meshing and things, you know, really coming together. We remarked early on in the game, you know, the play of the defensive line, we've been talking about them all season, really seem to be holding their own. Obviously, you know, the fumbles and then the big plays, you know, on Crestwood's end. Good things there. JJ had another big run for a touchdown.
Yep.
I believe that was our first score.
Yeah.
Also, the two of the biggest pass plays, the one to Gennaro just going up the other opposite sideline, opposing sideline, and then the other big play down here in the second half. I mean, there's just a lot of good things really starting to come out and mesh, even though with a loss such as, you know, things are just, it really seems like the plateau is there.
Well, the reporters asked me after the game, they said, Coach, how do you keep a team together? You're 1-6. How do you keep them motivated week in and week out to come out? And the thing is, I said, the lucky enough thing for us is we still have the playoffs. Do we deserve to go to the playoffs? No, we don't. But we can, because of our status as a 6A school, there's only 4 teams in our that are 6A schools.
Right.
We get an automatic bid into the playoffs. And if we could get everything to mesh and we can get everything going
at one time,
we can do something that Hazleton hasn't done in a long time.
Right.
And win in the playoffs.
Absolutely. We don't want to look that far ahead, but speaking as
No, but it's
coming out on
it-
top of what you said, the things that I'm seeing from our vantage point, if they can click all at once, one game, not one game.
and one game
Look out.
momentum's a crazy thing. You saw it Friday night.
Right.
Crestwood had the momentum. We couldn't stop them. They grabbed it and they went. And with the team, that game, I'll be honest with you, we came into this game thinking that score could have been flipped for us going into halftime.
Well, you and I communicated back and forth via text. We had a feeling, and it wasn't the black eyed peas kind of feeling, but just once they put that foot on the gas, it was a little bit crazy.
And the game went.
That's how it rolls.
That's it. That's the game of football. There's the highs and the lows. It's the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. But that's the thing, because at this point in the season, any 1-6 team, their season's over. They're just playing out the remainder of the games.
Right.
Seniors have stuff to play for because it's their last games going forward. And the younger guys are already looking to next season. And it's hard to keep a team together. It's hard to keep a team that wants to keep fighting.
Right.
But we have a team that will not quit, and they will continue to fight. And I believe in every single one of them. And the heart and the character that we show, and I see it every day in practice. We go 100% every single day. And I see that in our team. And man, if we could get everything just to come together and click, we could do something real special.
Yeah, it looks like it's heading that way, and hopefully it's not just one game; it's a couple rolling right in to the postseason. That's going to put a wrap on Crestwood. We'll get you heard Coach's views on Pittston and where they've been last season, and sort of kind of the darling of the conference this season. We'll get into that a little more at the second half here. But we'll get into our weekly segment of the Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales Players of the Game. We have defense and offense this week. Quickly tell you about Barbush. Since 1937, they've been in business. Their motto, give us a call, we do it all. The automotive side, Barbush Automotives, BLB Auto Sales, located both at 1299 Route 924 over in Harley and Hazel Township. On the automotive side, please give them a call at 570-454-7571. Repair service, all your needs, all your inspection needs. If it's an emergency, you have to be towed in, or something that you're able to drive your vehicle in and schedule. They are totally open to it all. 570-454-7571. On the automotive side, Barbush Automotive. Also on the same premises are BLB Auto Sales, both owned by Bryant Barbush, with a great staff. On the auto sales side, please give them a call, 570-861-8393. They are open every day from 8 to 5:30, Saturdays till 12:30. If you wish to go check out their inventory and what they have on site, those are their hours. Or if you're not feeling the drive from where you're at over to 940 or 940, so you can check it out at www.barbushauto.com. Again, that's Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, Route 940 Harley over in Hazel Township. The automotive side, 570-454-7571. The auto sales side, 570-861-8393. Check out the inventory personally or at www.barbushauto.com, and tell Brian and staff thank you for all they do for the community with their business, but especially you heard it here with us on a walk between the hash marks, to let them know that their sponsorships are being honored. I guess we'll bring in our defensive player of the week, right?
Let's stand up. Let's stand up so we can all fit in here.
Absolutely. We're going to move the chairs aside.
I think this is the first timer.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah, he's first time.
Well, we had Sam. We lost Sam for, a couple games here. We thought we were going to lose him when he hurt his hand in the second game, but we decided to club him. and we put a club on him. And then crazy freak accident running sprints, and on the second to last sprint pulled his Achilles, so missed 2 games. Senior leader, senior captain, came back this week. We weren't sure how he was going to play, and literally is the heart and soul of our defense. I think he had 8 or 9 tackles this week. Just really his presence alone on the field, what he brings to the team.
Absolutely.
It's something that we really miss that. So, it was great to have him back, and hope that we keep him the rest of the season, the rest of the way out, and stay healthy, because he's the heart and soul of that defense when he's out there.
Sam Heller, our defensive player for week 7 at Crestwood. Thanks to Bar Bush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales. Sam, this is your first one, so
Yeah.
let it rip.
So, I just want to give credit to the other 10 guys that are out there. Like, stats are one thing, but it's one thing to watch the game and understand it takes 11 guys to make a play each defensive rep. And not everybody can get credit with a tackle, but if you look at film, you take away who did their job on certain plays, and that's a great thing that we have. So
There's that leadership I'm talking about, folks. Doesn't want to pay homage to himself. Is right away. The other 10 guys. That's what this whole program has been this season. That's one of the big things I've noticed. So it truly is a family. So congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
Send you away. You got a hearty handshake from Coach.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in our offensive player of the week. This is number 3.
This is number 3.
Great.
Number 3.
God, we got to get a blazer. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if we
Yeah.
get these 2 more, we're gonna have to do something. Maybe I'll find a cheesy robe.
So, Logan, we were talking about it before. And he's no stranger to coming on the show. We had him for defensive. We had you for offensive. I think the offensive is when you had to play quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's literally had to do it all. But, really, we've been waiting for one of those breakout games, and it was this week. How many yards did you have total? You don't know?
I don't know,
It
but
was
that
like
catch up here on the sideline,
I don't know if it was
the 2
132
defenders
or
was insane.
it was 172. He had a lot of receiving yards this week. 93-yard touchdown. Probably very close to something going into record books for Hazleton. I'm not sure what the longest catch.
I'm sure he'll be on again, so we'll give him his robe and then I'll have that stat for us.
Yeah, but it was a play. I told him yesterday in film, when we called the play, Coach TJ was up here and he was like, I don't know. This is because we were deep in our own territory.
Right. Yeah. Ball was somewhere between the 10 and the 20, I think.
It was
Inside the
we're
10.
we're at the 7.
Okay.
We were at
all
the
right,
7
inside
because
the- yeah.
it was 93-yard reception. And when JJ threw the ball in the air, Logan had 2 guys on him.
Mhm.
And I thought, oh no, what did I call? And somehow he popped out the other side and he went.
2 guys that were taller than him too, because Logan's standing here and I'm not that tall.
Yeah.
So I know one of them guys really jumped, but the other guy, it wasn't much of an effort. So to get him between those 2 defenders was, again, I'll just say it was insane.
Yeah, and
I was
he
going
popped
nuts
out the other side, and then the fastest guy in Crestwood had an angle on him. And I'm watching it from the sideline, and I'm like, he's going to get caught. And he would not let him catch him.
Good hands.
He went
Thank
all
your
the way.
hands for this
He went
week.
all the way
Yeah.
into the end zone, and it was a heck of a play. I said it was probably the play of the year so far on this team. And I expect nothing less out of this guy. I knew that coming into the season when the reporters asked. I said, remember to name Logan Gennaro because you're going to know it by the end of the season.
Yeah, big play. Big play, G. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Logan Gennaro, Offensive
Thank you.
Player of the Week. Again, thanks to Bar Bush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales. All right, bud, it's your 3rd time.
Yeah.
Who's going to get the golden robe? I'm not going to find a gold robe, but we'll figure something out. See how many times you get in here. Your thoughts?
It was the 3rd quarter and we were switching. We were down there, we moved down there, and I told Coach, I was like, Coach, run it. And he was like, all right. So we go down there, run it. Beautiful ball from JJ Lantigua. And I saw it. I knew we were down by however many points at that point. I just knew I had to make a play. And funny enough about it, we were watching film yesterday. If you stop it on the right time, you can't even see me. I jump in there.
I told you.
Have me
you guys
fully
were all
covered.
over it, yeah, from the vantage point up here, I was just like, wow.
He just disappeared, and I thought there's no way he's going to come up with that. And somehow, and then he caught it and he popped out the other side, and I couldn't believe it.
Absolutely. And once you turn them wheels loose, forget about
That's
it.
That's it.
So congratulations to both our players this week. Again, Sam Heller for defense, Logan Gennaro, third timer for offense. We're having a race there. We have 3, possibly 4 more weeks left. Who will make it to 5? You have to do with the SNLA. So. All right. These 2 guys are going to pop out of here. I'm going to talk about the sponsors a little bit, and hopefully our guest will be here. I don't know if he's here yet or not. Thanks to Logan, and I can hear him in the background, so I guess he is. We'll get you guys out of here. I'll get my seat back in here. He can get his own when he comes in. As we always say every week, ladies and gentlemen, our sponsors are the reasons we are here. Obviously, with no thanks to Coach Sacco, his staff, and the players, but in order to get us to come to you, I can't thank these folks enough. I know it seems like a same spiel every week, but our first true season sponsor, Randy Marchetti and crew at RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, serving the Hazleton area for over 110 years. 570-455-7335. Emergency or scheduled service available. Something goes wrong, middle of the day when you're at work, the middle of the night when you're resting for work, taking the kids to practice, taking the kids to school, you don't know what to do. Within a moderate amount of time, if you call them at 570-455-7335, within a considerable amount of time, Randy and a few members of his crew, if he's already got something scheduled, will be there in the nick of time to help save your emergency and get you fixed up as soon as they can. Again, a big thanks to my good friend personally, Randy, RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, serving the Hazleton and surrounding areas for over 110 years. 570-455-7335. Our other season sponsor that had no problem, just flat out saying yes, and even yelled at me, why didn't I come to him earlier? Our good friends at Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, located at 380 South Popular Street here in Hazleton. Dine in, take out. Please give them a call at 570-455-7892. The Chirico family serving our area since 1992. Just recently selected as the Standard Speakers Reader Choice Awards Best Italian Food. I even have been saying that since the beginning of the season, not because they're a sponsor, but in my stomach brain, it is definitely true as one of the best, if not the best. You can see the visual, the graphic on the left side or right side of your screen that bears their logo, as long as with their weekly special, which has been working really well all season. It is a 2 for $11.50 each. Actually, it is a 2 or more, or what you would call a 2 plus on the mix and match, featuring cavatelli, ravioli, large antipasto, stuffed shells, Francesca pizza, a large pizza, or bone-in wings. So 2 plus, perhaps you want an antipasto, some wings, and a pizza. Each would be $11.50. If you want more, perhaps you're having a party, the special might benefit you as well. So please be sure to give them a call. Check that out. If it's to your liking with what they offer, again, the cavatelli, the ravioli, the stuffed shells, the large antipasto, the Francesca pizza, the bone and wings, or the large pizza. Also reminds you, the food truck, as we roll into the fall season, which gets to be even more sometimes, it's the busiest season. If you talk to the main member of the Chirico family, the man who runs the whole deal up there, Dante, you're looking at the Facebook address, Alta Presents Dante's Inferno. That is the food truck. Also, just recently voted with the Standard Speaker Reader's Choice Awards Best Food Truck in the Hazleton area. And remind you that Dante's Inferno food truck will be in Cunningham at Maylap's Farm this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th, with all the good eats. I suggest the cannolis. Again, a big thanks to Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, Also, Dante's Inferno Facebook address. Alta presents Dante's Inferno. There you can find their truck menu and where they're going to be at in the coming weeks. This week being in Cunningham, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 11th, 12th, 13th. Don't forget, they're located at 380 South Popular Street here in Hazleton. Please give them a call at 455-570-455-7892. Our game week sponsor, again, Leanne Davidovich and Sherry Roberts, two of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet, who put out a monthly periodical print paper similar to like a Weekender or an insert in our local paper, but it's all about Hazleton. They highlight the neighborhoods and news events, the goings on, also while promoting and allowing small businesses to advertise at an affordable rate and put their product in yet another avenue where they can push the business a little more. Leanne and Sherry are two of the best you'd want to meet in the print business. Their business isn't just limited to the print, though. They are also on Facebook, and you can check out the current, which is still the one that featured our Cougars at Facebook, the Anthracite Post. New issue due within the next 2 weeks, very soon. Again, they cover everywhere from Auden Reed to Zion Grove, above, in between, and far beyond the communities in and around our Hazleton area. Again, you can pick these copies of these up. They usually go pretty fast when they get in there. Your local supermarket, convenience stores, or small businesses. Again, a big thank you to our game week sponsor. Again, the Anthracite Post. As we get into our On the Bench segment, as always, and a big thanks to our sponsor, Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated, serving the area since 1892. That's a long time. Located at 26 West 2nd Street here in Hazleton. When that family is in that time of need, please give them a call. 570-454-1561. Jeff Firo is the director. Andrew J. Pisco is the supervisor. Two very good friends of mine, know them both a long time. Again, did not blink an eye when it came the time to find a place for them within our little broadcast here. Again, our On the Bench sponsor, Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated, serving the Hazleton area at 26 West 2nd Street since 1892. 570-454-1561. I was being told my On the Bench sponsor is here, as I heard him.
Sponsor.
Not sponsor, our guest. I was just talking about
I
the
hope
sponsor.
I'm getting paid overtime for this one.
I told you, Monopoly money. That's where.
That's all right. Am I allowed in this booth? This one here?
I was going to tell you, you're in our enemy territory.
I'm not in enemy territory.
Behave
I might be-
yourself.
Listen.
Behave yourself.
Keep your hands off Rich's laptop. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully coach is watching. It's
The
a little
na-
late though.
The national anthem happens before the game, just so you know. So,
I got you.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's been a friend of the show, and I appreciate him coming on.
Three-peat. This is a three-peat.
I know. We're going to have to get you a robe. We'll get you a plaid one, though, so you have it for the winter.
I can't wear them.
Maybe the little pants to match. I
I
don't
need to
know.
get out of my work clothes yet. I'm still working, so
He's not in a suit, ladies and
not
gentlemen.
today.
So.
Not today. We just got done with a podcast with the Harlem Globetrotters. We're just
Wow.
talking to,
I was going to ask you what's up.
it was
with you.
great. It was great.
But,
I had a hard out at 8:15. I said I got to be somewhere. Mike needs me. So,
Paul Bowe is back with us, and again, tell us about the podcast. We like to keep
well, I mean,
you know,
we do a
current events
podcast
with yourself.
for,
Let
Game
people-
Time Athletics.
SportsWire,
Sportswire,
Right.
yep. Through Penn State. Schuylkill Jordan's the coach.
right?
So me, him, and BP Burke.
Right.
And so we're still waiting for our garb from it's coming though. The gear is coming from Sportswear. They told me some nice golf shirts are coming.
Does that mean since I'm sort of a part of the crew now, I may go on, or I go?
Well, that's for Game Time. That's not for
Oh,
sports.
oh,
I want the Sportswire guys to get some gear.
we should get some pull.
We're
nice
gonna
pull.
get some nice stuff.
Yeah.
I hope so because we're gonna have a nice long relationship there.
But
so. Gearing
and
up for everything. And,
the broadcast is this Friday, right? Last road game for the Cougars.
well, yeah, and then
Well, technically, we won't. We're trying not to push that. We want them to get them to mesh up and have a couple good games before we get into that. Not just wait till
More important, the question is, will there be donuts this Friday?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I told we have a stop that we make, and it's a whole thing. And Paul and I like to indulge at a Dunkin' Donuts.
You ate 5 and 6.
Well, no.
daughter
I had 3, and then you had 2, and
Mine won.
on a
Last
god,
week won.
no 2. You were too tired. You didn't even
I don't
remember.
even remember.
I only had the one sprinkly when we were. We're getting way too deep for this right now, folks. We'll tell you more about it, but that's another show in itself.
Maybe we could do like a vlog on the road.
I would love it. I would love it. Our interviews with myself and Rich, when we do them on Friday nights, I totally look. I think Rich is still a little taken back by us, but it's all about having fun. But and if the guy holding the selfie stick, he gets better and better every week.
Yeah, we need to hire a cameraman. You need to come on the road with us.
We're working on it.
Not every good man is a good woman. That's what they say.
That's the only reason this show goes on, because if it was up to me, forget about it. We'd all be screwed.
We'll all be on.
But the broadcast happens this Friday, right? Your
Sports Wire.
Wire.
We'll be on the air about 6:45.
It's a pregame.
Pregame.
Right.
Myself and Rich and BP, and you'll be on the sidelines.
Yep. Can't wait.
From, Charlie Tripley Stadium up in Pittston.
One of the staples.
One of the few grass fields that are still there.
Right. I was just gonna mention that I mean, it's hard to believe it. We do some TV stuff with Monterey, not this year, but they still have a grass field, and I'm still blown away by the fact that these grass fields still exist, and that's true football. Coach Salonis would be wild about it.
Yeah, they still hold up. I mean, because South Williamsport's still grass
right
to this day. I mean, that's like a swamp down there, but I remember when this field used to be. We used to play midget football.
Drainage was bad.
Oh my God, it was terrible. It was like playing on shale.
Yeah, we had field day here. You used to be allowed to do things like that.
I remember
before they got the fancy, the turf and.
But a beautiful complex here. I mean, first class.
Oh, absolutely,
awesome.
Absolutely. But talk about back in the day. We're both the same age. We won't say what age we are, even though we don't.
26.
Yeah, I was thinking more like 24, but.
Yeah.
But
be past the
field days used to be held there. Graduation used to be held there. Now it's kind of more like a temple, and you can obviously see the shots we have behind us. And when we are down on the field, it's not even half of what the facility looks like from when you walk in the gate. Coach Sacco and I have talked so many times, even just on a rainy Tuesday night, you walk in here and you just get like that weird feel, So Paulie, we get into out of week 7 here, tough one against the Comets. Couldn't extinguish it. You're going to be 8 weeks in now. I mean, I know we get a chance to talk every Friday, and it's only a couple minutes. We have a little bit more of a platform here with you being the guest on the bench. I mean, where do you see it headed? Where do you think the rapid progression?
I mean,
we talk about that as a good point.
The Crestwood game, I mean, it kind of went sideways quick. One thing led to another. I mean, the first drive, Hazel drove the ball down the field, and then a couple penalties, and it was 3rd and 19. You know what I mean? And they've been getting themselves in holes with, and like I said, I sound like a broken record, with teachable mistakes. I mean, penalties and or blown assignments. JJ's going to learn as he gets older to get rid of that ball. He holds the ball a long time, you know what I mean? But he's a sophomore.
Well, it's also the skills of being a running back or in the backfield.
But I mean, you see how he is when he takes off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he had another long touchdown run.
This past week, yeah.
He just runs when he runs around with that ball. I mean, it's like a mouse in a maze.
Absolutely.
I mean, and he could take it the distance anytime, or he can lose 20 yards.
Right.
I mean, Coach Sacco's probably taking years off his life when he's going to throw the ball.
Yeah. But one of the things we remarked about in the booth, I'm sure you guys on your side as well, some of those passes he threw, I mean, that
the one to Gennaro on the sidelines,
one to Logan, who was our offensive player of the week. I mean, just his skill to get in between two guys, one guy that was at least had 1.5 feet on him.
Yeah.
Talk about threading the needle.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pass. I mean, that was sometimes, and you're going to see this with a young quarterback. Sometimes JJ looks like a sophomore. Sometimes he looks like a senior.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of in between.
And that's what the people have to remember. And we say it all the time.
I said at the end of our broadcast, these kids are 15 and 16 years old. Freshman, sophomore, juniors. We have seniors on the team also. You know, you have a brand new coaching staff with a lot of guys that, you know, there's a lot of returning guys, a brand new coaching staff. Give them time. You know, if this was when they're seniors, then, you know, we have some issues there.
Absolutely.
But this team's going to be good. Mark my words. This team is going to be.
Coach actually made the point.
Yeah.
You know, look at Pittston, obviously
Sure.
our opponent this week. You know, 2-9 last year. You know,
And
the darlings of the conference. this
Yeah,
year.
23. I was just doing the stats.
Taking names and
Yeah.
you know, what's the old saying? Kicking butt and taking
Yeah.
names.
I was
you know?
just doing the stats tonight when I got home from work. I had a couple minutes, so I was doing a little block chart. I know you like that.
I love that.
So
Sir.
I had Pittston's roster from 2023 because they were away last year.
Right.
Pittston game. They were 2-5 when they came in here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So last year 2-9. You know, this year what 6-1?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it could turn around that fast. And there's a lot of talent out there for Hazleton. There's a lot of talented kids. The seniors are good. You know what I mean? It's just coming together. And hey, listen, get through the season. This might be a year you're 1-9. This might be a year you know, you finish 3-7, whatever. You got a playoff game. Everybody makes the playoffs.
Right.
And go up to Wilkes-Barre or to wherever, Williamsport, wherever you're going to go, and you could shock them. Because that game, you know, towards the second half of that Wilkes-Barre game, and I'm saying Wilkes-Barre because they're they'll probably end up being the number one seed
We
right now.
discussed that earlier.
We're thinking it's going to be. They have a ton of talent, ton of athletes,
right.
but that second half of the game, JJ's fumble at the 10-yard line, which I still say he was down on that one.
You're talking to somebody
You know
who
what I
was
mean?
right there.
And you were right down there, and I said it on the air, I thought he was down.
Yeah.
You know, that game could then be 28-21, you know, 35-21 or 35-28.
The
Then you're down
scores
by,
most of these are not
yeah.
as indicatively bad as you would think.
Well, we're getting off to a bad start.
Right.
And that's the thing.
That was
you
the
know.
thing we talked about.
Every
Getting
game,
behind. And
yeah.
before you turn around, it's, you know, 28-0, 35.
I mean, the only game we
6.
scored first was the first home game. And
Right.
that was that West Scranton
West
that scored
Scranton.
first?
Yes.
Or somebody else we might have scored first. I can't remember. But got off to a bad start.
Right.
You know, behind the sticks, that's one of our keys to the game. Stay in front of the sticks.
Right. We always say
And
it.
penalties. I mean, I was talking to Bernsey after the game. I was allowed to talk to him. And great to see Mr. Burns back because he's a great guy. I love him. And
He's,
he told me at halftime.
Stat guy for WYLN,
Yeah.
been forever.
Yeah.
Recently had some medical problems, but did not even know.
He told me it was 10 penalties at halftime.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then the second half was a penalty fest.
It was just there were flags in yellow everywhere.
Yeah. I think we got to be smarter with the personal fouls. But you have a young team, so tempers are going to fly.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I thought they called a lot of penalties on Friday night that could have been both ways. I mean, you know what I mean? Tempers fly, and kids nowadays, it's not like it was where you'd be afraid to get a. Scott and I were talking before. You get afraid to get a personal foul. If you get a personal foul, you're coming out of the game,
Absolutely.
and you're not going to play anymore the rest of the game. Now, kids, you know what I mean? They like to chirp a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But it's both ways.
Chirping is at a high.
You know, it's
whether
for-
it's one side of the
Yeah,
bar. Or the other.
and- It's just today's society now.
I think so.
The game's changed.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately the refereeing is still the same. So you're going to get penalties. And then when you have penalties, that creates 3rd and 19. And, you know, with a veteran team, you know, dial up a play for 3rd and 19. You know what I mean? If you have a good play for 3rd and 19, you might be coaching in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or 4th and 26 like Freddie Mitchell with the Eagles that
I like to thank my hands. That's what I told Logan Gennaro earlier. You better thank your hands for that play because the way they were talking on film, they said you couldn't even see him.
Yeah.
You know, from our vantage point, even though we're at a weird angle, it was easy to pick up. But
Yeah.
they said when they stopped the film and the show where he was, you couldn't even tell. All you saw were white shirts.
Yeah.
So-
And I believe the longest touchdown here is Ricky Morelli has it. I think it was 90.
We were just discussing if that was it, if it Logie's or Logan's.
It's 93. You're not going to get
Yeah.
many more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ricky, I think Ricky's was 95 yards or
Wow.
96 or something like that. Yeah. He told me. That's how I knew because he texted me when we were talking about the longest.
He didn't
runner.
beat me. That's
Yeah.
probably what he said.
No. It wasn't that game. It was the game before. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I think Rich said something about there was a long touchdown,
Right.
and we said something about it. And Rich
Yeah.
said, "Do you know who has the longest touchdown run And I said, no, I have no idea. He said, yours truly. I said, we will use that later in the year.
Yeah, there it is,
You know
ladies
what
and
I mean?
gentlemen.
So-
Thanks, Rick Morelli, for that one. But all right, buddy, we come to an end of another one and get set to hit the road this week.
Yeah, a little trip to Pittston.
Yeah.
You, BP in the car.
Yeah. It's all kind of conversations.
Oh,
and-
we have a good time up
yes,
there.
we do. I always
It's
enjoy
just the
our
ride back
rides.
is the brutal one.
Yeah, it can get a little shady.
Until we
but,
get our coffee and then some
and our
donuts.
what is it? Five donuts for $10, or no? What is it?
$5. Was it 5 for 10? No, $5 for $5.
Was it 5 for
I
5?
don't know.
Or
I
what?
just paid
6 for 5 because there's a dozen.
That's right. I just pay for it. Whatever. It's just whatever it is.
I just tell Paul I have no money and I'm
Yeah,
poor.
yeah. He forgot his wallet, forgot his phone. The
Last
typical excuse.
2 weeks ago was a bad week. Paul knows, but a big thanks to Paul Bowe, SportsWire, the game again this week, the Internet Audio Cast, Paul, the coach,
BP.
BP, myself on the sidelines. 6:45 pregame, right?
So we'll be on at 6:45. Break for the anthem as usual, and then
7 o'clock air kickoff, and the link again on the sportswire.com.
it's sportswire.com. It doesn't change every week. It's the same link. Just go to SportsWire, SPORTZ
Right. People have to
wire.com.
remember.
Click on that, and you can find an audio telecast on there. Brian will have a link up there. And, it's been a great year with them guys up there. I'm glad we hooked up with them. And I'm hopefully they're happy with the service that we're providing everybody with in Hazleton here, because it's nice to do the road games.
Yeah. It's good to be able to bring it back, even if they want to check in on a score. Maybe.
Yeah, and we try to give scores and
Yeah.
try to do a
Yeah.
good job with that. And
Yeah.
we're working on, as we talk, we're talking. You and I have been talking in the car. We're hopefully going to do it this year for basketball too, for boys and girls. Maybe
Excited.
make
Yeah.
a 6 or 7, maybe 8 games, road games.
Depends on the schedule.
Yeah.
He has a more clouded one than I do.
I'm gonna wait for the Penn State schedule I got. So Penn State, I have to watch them when they're playing. So because me and BP won't be there,
Right.
but
right.
we're talking about traveling a little bit and
Yeah.
let's do some boys games, do some girls
Very
games.
excited to go on
It'll
the
be
road.
fun.
And of course, you'll be in 2 weeks back here in the booth next to us.
For the final
back
2
with
home games,
the
yeah.
school district YouTube. You and Coach Rich,
Yes, me and Coach will be back for Dallas and Abington Heights
and then
to close out the year.
heading into basketball season. I'm sure we'll.
We're going to be covering the
see a
opening
lot.
girls tournament. That'll be, I think, the 29th and 30th of November. So there's
Right.
not much time.
No.
And I think Penn State starts for me. I think our first game is the 11th of November.
Paul and BP are the voices of Schuylkill Penn State basketball.
Boys and girls.
Also on SportsWire, or is
No,
that
that's
another-
on the Penn State network, whatever
Okay.
their network. I don't know if you go to the Penn State website, you click on it. They have their video. It's video too.
Penn State Schuylkill? One of the lucky ones able to survive
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole.
And,
Bring
and for
together
anybody, not to
everything.
change the subject on that, but if anybody has got a chance to watch Penn State, Schuylkill, or Wilkes-Barre, or Hazleton, the basketball at
Is
the D3
insane.
level
Yes.
is incredible.
Yes.
But women, men's, the
No, either way,
athletes.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there were some players. Penn State Schuylkill has a player that he had D2 offers, and he was the player of the year. Came from Brockton, Massachusetts, home of Rocky Marciano and Isaac Lane. He was the best. He was the top player in the Schuylkill League, in the Penn State. Whatever PSAU, wherever it is.
Yeah, it's all the
Penn State,
satellite campuses.
satellite campuses.
Yeah,
But I mean, he could have played for Maine.
right.
I mean, he's that good, and
Mhm.
he's back again. He was only a junior, so he's
a
back
senior
again.
this year.
They'll
yeah.
be a senior. They'll have a nice team. The girls lost a lot of players. They had a girl that was a D1 girl that blew her knee out, so she came to play there. She did a great job, but it'll be good. It's fun. You know what I mean? So
Things to come for Paul Bowe. Things to come is we get into week 8. I can't believe we're here already.
I know.
It seems like we were just talking about it yesterday. Like, I can't believe it's only week 5, but
That football season goes quick.
It
I mean,
does,
it
it
goes
does.
so fast.
the season's changing. You can see it's a good thing we didn't decide to go on the field. It is raining behind us pretty good.
Yeah.
So big thanks to Paul Bowe for coming in.
Donuts for everybody on Friday. And the Cougars win.
Are we? Well, if it's a Cougars when we're going for the dirty dozen, I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if we'll
BP, we'll
conquer
get
that.
BP. We'll talk him into some.
He likes to go home, I think. And
Coach is not made donuts. He used to watch us.
Yeah, well, he's got his big drive and his sugar. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
we'll have to we'll have to watch on. Always good to have you here. I am honored to be able to work with all three of you. It's been a fun season and more to come down the road here. Our on the bench guest, Paul Bowe. Again, be sure to catch them Friday night on the internet audio cast on sportswire.com. 6:45 pregame, national anthem, 7 o'clock airtime kickoff. Thanks for coming, man.
Anytime.
Yeah, we'll maybe get you in there one more. Maybe we'll get the coach in here for you. We'll have to get him to drive up.
You're gonna have to give Coach simulcast it. We'll have to tape it.
We'll have to put him on a little. We want him the helmet with the little computer between us with his face. How about it, right? They did that during COVID. I seen that on a lot of different
Well,
Blackberry.
we can get him in on the thing.
Yeah, we'll get him on the monitor. So, all right, as Paul Bowe heads on out of here, because we're like two old people. We'll talk forever.
Yeah, you can wrap it up there, pay the bills.
I want to remind you, sponsorships are still available. We have a couple of game weeks left with rolling into the playoffs, hopefully. Also, our pre and post game that I do at every game on the field, pregame, you'll get a drop on there, as well as post game, your logo, all kind of good stuff, as you can see. Good thing we didn't go outside this week because out went the lights. And on a Tuesday, they go out a half an hour earlier. So if you're interested, please give us a call, 570-778-5942. Also, you can PM us on Facebook, The Local Sports Pod. Give us a call. Maybe you want to give your business an extra little push going into the fall now, which rolls into the holidays. Always good to try, always good to do. Take a chance on us. We're not done yet. Again, 570-778-5942 or PM us on Facebook, The Local Sports Pod. As we get into the second half, we're usually ready to walk down the other end of the field. I'm trying to get him to walk here into the booth. Coach is going to join us here in a second as we begin to talk about, he touched a little bit on it in the first half of our show on the Pittston area Patriots as the Cougars head there this Friday night for a 7 p.m. kickoff up in Pittston. Coach, I know we touched on it a little bit, but give us just your general overview on the way the team's headed going into this game week 8, and hopefully come out of there with a.
So
I'm not going to call it an upset. I'm just going to call it a really good game and win.
I heard you and Paul talking, and we kind of laid the law down this past week, and we told our team the penalties, the mistakes, it is going to go back to the old school type football. And I told our players, it doesn't matter if you're a senior, a captain, an underclassman, you do something that penalizes this team, you get an unsportsmanlike conduct, you will be standing on the sideline next to me. So it's unacceptable. The mistakes that we've made, the things that put us behind the chains, just stuff that we could control. Like your emotions run over in the game, but it's unacceptable. And it's given us a bad look.
Right. I mean, it's been a long season.
Yeah.
Frustration
boils over and things, but you have to look.
It's a life lesson learned.
The team needs to come before yourself.
Absolutely.
And if something's going to happen where you get a penalty that hurts the team, and penalties happen. I'm not saying like somebody gets a penalty. Things happen in the game.
Right.
But you do something that's an unsportsmanlike and you get a penalty, and they will have a first row ticket right next to me on the sideline watching the rest of the game. And that was the law that was laid down this week. So we're all on the same page. We know that going in. So now we make a trip up to Pittston, who's, been the talk of the conference all year. Pittston's really good team this year. Kind of look like us this season from last year. And this is what happens. They're loaded with seniors this year. They're loaded with talent. Their wide receiver number 1 is probably the best wide receiver in the league. They have a big running back in Spindler, number 0. He is just a bull that takes 3 people to tackle him.
Yeah, he had a big game against both Crestwood and I believe the week before.
Yeah. So they have a big line. They're big, they're strong, they're physical up front. And again, we're not going in there scared. We hope that they look past us and they're thinking about whoever they're playing next week, because the Cougars are still coming. and we're coming. And we're going to fight hard.
Well, that's where you slip in, and this team's not just going to slip in. They're going to play their game.
Yeah. And if we can put it all together in a game, look out. Look out. And we're going to go up there and we're going to give it our all against the best team in the conference this year and see how that goes.
Yep, that's the Pittston game Friday night. Cougars make the trip up 81 again. Not as long as a ride, but still, a lot of thinking to do on that 30 or 35-minute ride. I think these boys will be ready. I had an opportunity to watch them practice outside again tonight. Coach did not pull them off the field. It wasn't pouring, but it was raining and it's fall, but there's still warmth in the air. And I don't even think it bothered them.
No.
They look primed. They look serious. They look like they're ready. The two boys that were on for players of the game, straight faced. I'll always rib them a little bit. Try to get them to crack a smile, but they're focused.
Yeah,
they're focused. So it happens Friday night. You can catch the game if you want to listen in and keep the support going on sportswire.com. Just find the link in there for the Hazleton at Pittston game. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Our Cougars, Patriots. Here we go. We're in week 8. So please listen in if you get a chance. And give us that report, because then we begin a long homestand. It seems like we haven't been home much.
No.
Even though we have, it's so spread out this year.
And
it's crazy.
One other thing, the game this week will be broadcast on Fox. So we're the Friday night game of the week.
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
Friday
Okay.
Night Lights.
My bad.
So,
My bad. I was not aware.
yeah, we'll be, they were here tonight to take some interviews. So we will be on the Friday Night Lights. So
Service Electric channel, Cablevision channel 5, I believe, is Fox up here. So you can catch the, actually it's through Wolf, I think now.
yeah,
I don't know what channel Wolf is on the
I'm not
cable,
sure.
but you can check that out. I apologize for not realizing all of this, but you can catch them on TV or catch Paul, Rich, Brian, and myself on the audio cast. If you're out and about on your Friday night. I know Halloween is coming, the kids, getting everybody ready. There's just so much going on. School has already been in for weeks, but it always seems like there's more to do between fall and Christmas than the summer, even though the summer is a couple months, a month or two longer between that period. But again, quickly, we'll thank our sponsors as we do every week at this time. R.L. Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton. Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House here in Hazleton. Our player of the game sponsors this week, Sammy Heller, Logan Gennaro, Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, Harley over in Hazel Township. Our on the bench guest, Paul Bowe from Sportswire and the Hazleton Area School District YouTube channel. Brought to you by Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated. Again, without all of you out there, all I can ask is please view, share, follow, comment, like. That's what puts it out there. That's what puts our product out there and allows us to continue to bring it to you as well. Want to say best of luck to our Cougars this week. Thank Coach Sacco for coming in. We're in the confines of the press booth. Good thing I said the lights go out at 9 o'clock, so on a Tuesday. So we're in the light this week, not closing out in the dark. Maybe it's a good sign. So Mike Sosar signing out. Let's go Cougars.